To close out, you're a Texas guy. Do you wear a Texas flag patch hat?
Yeah, and actually,
you know he has a Texas tattoo somewhere.
I knew he had a Texas tattoo. Okay, and finally, I got to know. Best Texas whiskey you can buy. Go.
Oh, this is going to be good.
This is going to cause... Hey, listen, Texans will fight over this shit. I love it.
I do like this one. This is good to answer Texan.
Yeah. In all honesty, as simple as it is, I'm a big fan of TX whiskey. As what it is.
Oh, I will shake your hand on that. TX whiskey.
Wow.
Now, Garrison Brothers.
I knew you were going to say Garrison Brothers.
They're gearing up right now. They're putting on their vest, their kits. You got balconies. They're all fired up, and they're rounding up the crew. But I can't argue with TX. It's a good distillate. It's a good distillate. I think Rebecca Creek makes a good one.
There's a few.
Yeah.
There's a few, but they can't touch PA. I'm just going to say.
No.
They can't touch PA.
No, they can't touch PA. They can't touch PA spirits. But
and I'm sure you're starting to see that a lot more here working at Ponfeigh. You're like, Texas make a good whiskey, but you know what?
You got
It's hard to argue when I got a great product staring at me every day.
Yeah, I mean when you get to sip on this on the side, and we call it when you get to thieve a little bit, it's quality control.
Mm-hmm. Quality control.
I got to know what my products taste like in order to sell it. So.
Otherwise, you're doing a disservice to the customer.
So,
you don't want to do that.
So what's your favorite part by being part of the team here at Ponfeigh? I mean, it's gorgeous tasting room, great product, but I definitely would want to thieve barrels on a regular basis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I got to go with the culture here. It's for a great business to succeed, the culture has to be correct. And the stuff that Max is doing here with Lindsay and Brandon and just all ends of this beautiful distillery, it's the people that make or break a business.
Yeah. No, you hit it on the button. And there's authenticity. We've talked about it before. That when you're passionate and you love what you do, usually success will follow. Mm-hmm.
So I got a question, because there's always a lot of debate, and you constantly see these bartender reels or shorts coming on.
Oh yeah.
And we're not going to go with the do's and don'ts, because we're not going to tell people what not to do. But what are some things a bartender does appreciate with their patrons? Especially,
that's a good question.
Especially when it's packed, you're busy. Especially here, if you're not pouring straight, you're mixing. So these mixture. You are mixing a drink, an actual, you're putting time and effort into something, so it's not crap. And then a lot of people don't understand that when they come into these places.
Yeah.
They want their mixed drink now. But what are some things that the customers can do to better their experience and better your experience?
Yeah, so my biggest thing, because whenever I'm behind the bar and I'm working, I'm making drinks, especially if it's like a higher end drink, it's like we put some love into that stuff, and sometimes that takes a little bit of time, especially when we're working with an old fashioned or a Manhattan. That's a multiple touch cocktail. I'm touching multiple things to make this fun.
And touch equals time.
Yeah,
and time equals money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, just be patient with us, because we're doing the best that we can, and sometimes not every bartender is they're on point. They're still learning too. Not everybody's an expert.
No, it's a good point. I think for people that don't understand what bartenders have to go through, I bartended a little bit in college. It wasn't much. I sucked. So, I could pour you a beer. Fuck off with your mixed drink. I wasn't that into it. But when you talk about multiple touches, you're talking about the number of times that you have to take that glass or that product and alter it before it goes into the final pour. Right? Mm-hmm. So, do I got to shake it? Do I have to spritz it? Do I have to crush it? Do I have to muddle it? Do I have to pair it? Do I have to strain it? Mm-hmm. Right? Do I have to smoke it? All these things take time, and as a consumer, you want in the end, you want a delicious drink. This had to be one of the best Manhattans I've had, period. And the friggin' cherries were awesome. Yeah. Except for Dan stole my other cherry, friggin' thieving bastard. I want an amazing drink. first. If it takes you a little time and you nail a drink, hats off to you.
And I think that's the best
Yeah.
way you put it. Just be patient.
Be
Give us
patient.
time. If you want a good quality drink, you just got to give us a little bit of time so we can get it done right. If you want a half-ass drink, okay, rush us.
Yeah.
Right?
So something that I found out, we have some very good friends of ours that were in Germany with us. Eric and Rachel Flanagan. I'd be remiss if I didn't even mention them. They have a product that's going to be coming to market that's going to revolutionize bartenders' abilities to add smoke to drink. Right. Mm-hmm. And people don't, you know this, but if you make a smoked anything, it's a time suck. Right. Mm-hmm. It's huge. And it was interesting for me to learn from them, and they are professional bartenders now. They're retired. They actually live a really cool life, RVing around, but they go and they manage the bartenders and bartend at Breckenridge in these huge Vail, Colorado, these huge high end bars that people will use tequila sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mezcal, specifically
in
mezcal.
In an old fashioned in order to save time. So for those of you that you need to understand that mixology it's an art, okay? And if you want you good drink, take care of your bartender, okay? Your bartender at a bar, especially at a whiskey bar, you go to Bardstown, you go to distilleries down there, your bartender is going to be the one that tells you, hey bro, there's some birthday bourbon that's about to hit the floor in about 15 minutes here at the Old Forester Distillery.
Hey, AJ, looks like the bar's getting a little bit busy for him, so it looks like he needs to get back to work.
All right, yeah, hey, Brandon, thanks so much, man. We appreciate it. You keep making amazing drinks. We'll keep drinking them. And you're ever in Pittsburgh, give us a holler.
Oh, certainly.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me.